Hello, cinephiles, and welcome to Silver
Why are
Screens.
you yelling?
There are spoilers ahead for an 11-year-old movie, so if you haven't watched it, it's your own fucking fault.
That's literally what Lewis says every fucking episode.
I do.
And now I am
just
technically getting a phone call from a Luis Fernandez. How may I help you?
Shut up.
Interrupted the intro.
Hello, cinephiles, and welcome to Silver Screen Sips, a podcast where three idiots talk about movies, and today we dive into the Hunger Games franchise. We'll be starting with the original Hunger Games movie from 2012. Just a reminder that there are spoilers ahead for movies and TV shows that you may not have seen yet, so just know that you've been warned. We also have some exciting news coming at the end of the show, so please stay tuned until the end.
Yes, we do.
You do?
Yes.
We'll be starting off with our best segment of the day. This week in Hollywood. Isaiah, please take it away.
Best segment in the world. Anyway.
In the world, yes, absolutely. Joe Rogan, eat your heart out. But
Yeah, Joe Rogan, fucking fight.
Well, what do you call it? This upbeat intro is gonna get a little down. And talk of the new Last of Us TV show that's been very, very well.
Hold on, I don't mean to cut you off, but can you hear this? Ready?
Clicking?
Yes.
Wow, nope, that's not at all. That was the most silent pour I have ever done. It was my wine. Continue. I'm so sorry.
We're gonna need some wine for this next thing, though. In talk of the new Last of Us show, which has been very well so far, we have some sad news to announce that actress Annie Wersching, I hope I pronounced that right, best known for her roles in Star Trek 24 and of course as Tess in the Last of Us video game, has recently passed away after a long battle with cancer. The beloved actress left us only at 45 years old. She was diagnosed back in 2020, but continued to work. Gone too soon. Rest in peace, Annie Wersching. And this is the video game actress, not the actress from the TV show.
Yes. Yeah, let's make that clear. I didn't know that she was diagnosed back in 2020, so it took me by surprise. I really like her. So
after a 3-year brave battle cancer, unfortunately we lost the star. We will be moving on to more video game related content.
Yay.
If you thought Amazon might not have any money left after pouring so much of it into the Lord of the Rings show, you'd be sorely mistaken.
Yeah.
Amazon is currently set to make yet another video game adaptation, a Tomb Raider TV series.
Oh.
While we do know that Phoebe Waller-Bridge is set to write the show, not much else has been announced regarding actors, release dates, and what not, but we will keep you posted.
I did hear that they're going to make it almost like an MCU kind of type thing where the games and the movies and the show will all be connected, which I have no fucking clue how they're going to pull that off, but okay.
All right. Good luck.
Yeah, good fucking luck.
That is, okay. That it makes no sense.
I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I read something that said that. Robert Eggers' upcoming Nosferatu movie has a new cast member, Willem Dafoe. The actor will now have been in 3 of Eggers' films, which include Lighthouse, The Northman, and now Nosferatu. Alongside Dafoe will be Bill Skarsgård, Lily Rose Depp, and just recently Nicholas Hoult also got added to the list. Neither Hoult nor Dafoe's roles have been revealed yet, but we could see Hoult as Depp's husband, which is weird.
It's funny that Hoult is going to be in this movie, given that Nosferatu is a vampire, and he's also going to be in a movie this year called Renfield, where he is the apprentice to Dracula.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know the full story, of the actual story of Nosferatu, other than the, I'm assuming, canonical episode of SpongeBob.
Officially part of the lore, yes.
Yeah, I think that's about as far as my extent in knowledge goes for him. But it sounds like an interesting film. And if Robert Eggers did Lighthouse and The Northman, which I heard are good, minus the drama that went behind The Northman.
What drama?
Didn't you say there was some drama back behind the scenes?
No.
Lewis?
There was Eggers who really wanted to have them be fully naked in the final battle scene.
Maybe that's what it was. I thought there was something weird going on with that one. But anyways, I digress.
Just to throw in about Nosferatu really quick, it's that it, from what I understand about the original film, is that it's just the film adaptation of the original story of Dracula.
Yes, it's something along those lines.
You know what I want to see?
What would you like to see, Bethany?
I would like to see a modern take on Jekyll and Hyde.
You didn't see The Mummy?
No. God damn it. No, I mean like a psychological thriller horror would be really neat.
What do you call it? They were supposed, so like the invisible, the whole dark universe that they were trying to build with The Mummy, Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, the Invisible Man, and all that stuff. They were supposed to go ahead with that, and I kind of wondered what they would do with Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, because apparently in The Mummy he's supposed to be like already established and like all this stuff, so there's got to be something for his story. But obviously, since the Dark Universe is now canceled, oh well.
Let's bring it back.
We'll film it.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, Isaiah.
20th Century Studios has released its first trailer for its upcoming horror thriller, The Boogeyman. The hell?
That was me screaming because of the Boogeyman.
Anyway, the film is based on the short story of the same name, which our boy Stephen King wrote.
Yeah.
The main character is played by Vivian What? Sorry, how do you say that?
Yep, good luck. Vivian Lyra Blair?
I think it's Vivian Lyra Blair, aka Baby Leia from Obi-Wan, the Obi-Wan show, and also stars Sophie Thatcher, David. I don't know.
I gave him the hardest names.
Yes. David, I am so sorry, David Dasmalchian.
Dasmalchian?
Dasmalchian.
I would think.
Dasmalchian.
Dasmalchian. That sounds about right.
Three different pronunciations. One of them's got to be right.
Yeah, and Chris Messina. Okay, no objections there. The film will premiere on
Yeah.
The film will premiere on June 2nd of this year, if you didn't hear Isaiah. Netflix has been receiving a lot of backlash lately due to subscribers complaining about increasing prices, canceling good shows, and much more. Now, to add to the chaos, the streaming service has just recently canceled 2 films before they were even released on the platform: The Inheritance and Housewife. Reports claim that Netflix's decision to scrap the project is due to the company's desire to maintain the same level of content spending from last year. With almost every prominent streaming service cutting content, Netflix isn't alone in its actions, but it continues to be an unfortunate trend.
Honestly, lately I've been avoiding using Netflix for anything. I mean, I think the last thing I saw was Pinocchio, and that's only because that's the only place I could see it.
The new one?
Yeah, the Guillermo del Toro's, the good one.
The good one.
I did not know it was there, but I
it is.
Go watch it.
It is. Yeah, that's the only reason I saw it too, is because it was on Netflix, and I was like, oh, I can literally watch this right now.
I think, what do you call it? To add on to the beginning of that, of what the hell did you say? Oh, that they're the subscribers are complaining of increasing prices, canceling good shows, and adding really bad shows. Because let's be honest, they had a lot of bad shows. And they're making a One Piece live action movie or TV show, and I cannot wait for the reaction of the One Piece fans, because you don't mess with the One Piece fandom.
You don't.
And
you really don't.
Password sharing.
Oh yeah. Still, we don't know. We still don't know how that's gonna work.
That is still up for play here. We're not quite sure what's gonna happen with that, but if they do,
they're gonna lose a lot of money.
They're gonna lose a lot of money, and also a lot of, I think, viewers in general.
Yeah, I think people may just stop using it altogether. Who knows?
Though, however, there is one show on there that is, oh my god, it is so good. It's called The Glory.
Dead to Me. Oh.
No.
Yeah.
Dead to Me is a great show, yeah.
Dead to Me is amazing. Have you seen it yet, Isaiah?
No, I've not seen that.
You should watch it. I think you would like it. It's got a really fucked up sense of humor. I got Lewis on it, and he likes it.
I loved it, yeah. I think another great show on there is Lupin.
Oh, the French movie, or TV show, right?
The French.
The French.
The French.
No, it generally is a excellent show.
I also liked Orange is the New Black.
That's so old.
I'm just saying, there are some good Netflix originals, is what I'm trying to make my point.
Yes.
All right, that's what I was trying to add.
Yeah.
Stranger Things, meh. It's overrated, but it's good. It's good, but overrated.
I've never seen it, but everybody I've ever talked to said that after the first season or like the second season, they could have ended it and it would have been fine. But he's kept on going.
Yes, I 100% agree. I think after season 2, wasn't necessary, but what they did with season 2 was good because it was like, okay, yeah, I can see how you can connect these kind of not missing pieces, but it's like, okay, I can see how you can continue the story from here. But they should have just stopped there. But of course, Netflix is like, ooh, a successful show. Let's milk it for all it's worth. Even though with other successful shows, they're like, nah, no one watches it. And you're like, what? No, a lot of people are watching this. What are you talking about?
They have odd focus. They focus on the wrong things.
Mm-hmm.
Beth, if you want to finish with our final headlines, we've already derailed.
Actor Julian Sands has been missing since January 13th of this year. The actor is known for his roles in Killing Fields, A Room with a View, Warlock, and much more. On January 13th, the actor embarked on a dangerous hike and has been missing ever since. Now, the authorities have stated that efforts to find him have unfortunately been hampered by bad weather. So, like, they tried to send out helicopters and they couldn't because the winds were too harsh. And so fellow actor Kevin Ryan said that Sands is the, quote, most advanced hiker I know, end quote. However, he added that each day brings more pressure and a lot of doubt. Sands' whereabouts are still unknown. I literally just checked it while we were talking. And we can only hope that he will be found safely and soon.
He has gone missing in the Baldy Bowl area of the San Gabriel Mountains,
which is apparently a very I guess the path he decided to go on is a very like tricky and dangerous path. So, but anyways, that concludes This Week in Hollywood. You can find all of our whoa.
There you go again.
And that concludes This Week in Hollywood. You can find all of our sources cited on our Discord channel.
Got it. She got it right. She got it right. Congratulations.
Thank you. Before we go into Lewis's Big Lou's Big Brews, I wanted to ask you guys a question that actually has to do with alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm currently 2 glasses of wine in.
Yeah.
Now, what is your take on sangria as a whole?
I like it.
It's delicious.
Now, what about white sangria?
No.
There is a lot of thinking going on in that man's brain right now.
No, it's because I've worked at restaurants that had red, black, and white sangria.
Black sangria? What the fuck is that?
Blackberry.
Oh, okay.
I know that white sangria, I think, was discontinued, or it got lumped into something else. But
I was about to say, I'm fucking drinking it right now, so I hope it didn't get discontinued.
No. I mean, at the restaurant I was.
Okay.
Like when COVID hit.
The expiration date was when?
Well, that's why it's hitting extra.
It's aged like fine wine, huh?
I would think it's just not as popular as most other options, but I think it's still a good option. Why? Do you love it, Beth? Is it like your new favorite thing or what?
No.
Oh. I'm saying you don't. Oh, so you're saying you don't have 2 boxes of boxed wine of sangria in your house right now?
So here's what happened. I was at the store the other day. I think it was Walmart. I don't know if you've heard of it.
Maybe.
There was like a wine section, obviously. I went there.
Surprise.
Yeah. I was going to buy sangria because I usually like a sweeter red wine. And I saw this sangria passion fruit wine. So I bought it because I was like, fuck it. You know what? We're going to explore new territories and see how this tastes. And I don't think I like it, but I'm drinking it anyways. So I wanted to hear, I'm just going to tell you guys what's in it and tell me if you guys would drink it. So there is white grape juice, pineapple juice, tropical juice, passion fruit, and pink guava juice. And it's 13.9% alcohol.
That is definitely a unique flavor there.
Yeah. What do you guys think of it? It is a Capriccio brand.
I think it's good in a pinch. I wouldn't say it's anything special.
Oh, I've had this before.
You have?
Yeah.
Did you like it?
No.
Okay, well then that answers that. Yeah, I'm honestly just drinking it at this point just so I can finish it because I'm not a fan. The more I drink it, the better it tastes. So
Yeah, that's usually how it works.
yeah. Anyways, Lewis, I'm sorry to steal your spotlight.
No, it's all right. I mean, welcome this actually. But now for our actual drink of the day for Big Lou's Big Brews, we have a drink known as the Tribute.
Oh.
I just posted a photo in it while we were discussing the white sangria.
Okay, I figured that's what that was.
So we're going to be... The photo credit goes to a Danielle Eden. The recipe is credited to the Sushi Rocks bar director, Gary Wallach.
Hi, Gary. Thank you.
And I've actually pulled this from a magazine article from 2015, from Paste Magazine.
A fossil.
Yes. But this was actually a magazine article that was written at the time that I believe Mockingjay Part 2 was coming out, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
At least that's what the article seemed to indicate, that they were tying up Hunger Games that weekend.
Now, I'm looking at this, and it looks like it might have tomato juice in it.
It does not.
Okay. Then you may continue.
Related to a Bloody Mary, I'm about to kill you right now.
If it's anything with tomato juice, it's a 0.
No, I'm just going to read the brief excerpt they provided here, which includes the recipe and directions. In our first film, Katniss bravely steps forward to take her sister's place as tribute. Her inner fire is already burning. The ingredients are going to include 3/4 ounce of lemon juice, 1.5 ounces of spiced cranberry syrup, 1.5 ounces of the Botanist Gin, and 2 bar spoons of Green Chartreuse for the flame.
Oh, wow.
Add your ingredients into a tin, shake and strain into a rocks glass over a large cube. Cut a circular peel out of an orange, indent the peel to make a bowl shape, and place on top of your drink. You're going to add your Green Chartreuse into your orange peel bowl and set it on fire. You have to let it burn off into the drink as a presentation piece, and then you can serve, as obviously you don't want to harm anyone when you make this.
Oh, man.
But yeah, that's the, there you go. That's our drink of the day. It's called the Tribute.
Interesting.
What do we think so far?
It sounds good. It sounds almost with when you said the, what was it? The botanical gin?
The Botanist
Gin?
Mm-hmm.
Sounds a little more floral, but with a hint of kind of a fruitier side as well with the cranberry. So it sounds good. And the picture, right? I see the flame.
Mm-hmm. Also
intriguing. Have yet to have a drink where there's been a flame on it. I want to. So I'm going to say 4 out of 5.
I agree. 4 out of 5.
Damn right.
I never had chartreuse, but I've heard it's very good. And it seems like something that'd be up my alley. Also, I like fire.
What's your sign again? Scorpio? Cancer. No. Capricorn.
She got there.
Capricorn. That's it.
She got there. Anyway, I definitely would consider this to be one of the flashier drinks that we've talked about on this podcast in all 8 seasons. Definitely one of the flashier drinks I've seen presented in an actual bar. And I think it's interesting that they tried to make the flame not be like a centerpiece of the drink, rather more so even a garnish with the orange peel bowl. Because most of the times when you see like those flambéed style drinks, that's at least referring to the actual cooking technique and not what they actually do on drinks. But the fire tends to be like a centerpiece, like the whole glass rim has the fire. But I will also give it a 4 out of 5. This is definitely going to be something up my alley if I wanted to experiment with gin. And if we wanted to skip the final part with the flame and the Green Chartreuse, because that is an expensive alcohol to acquire, we could. I think this would still be a delicious option.
Is there anything we can replace the chartreuse with? Like a substitute?
I think it's just any very high proof alcohol, so maybe like 151 or something like that. But I don't think it would have the same flavor.
Okay.
That happens when you burn it. But I'm not even sure if the Green Chartreuse is really meant for the flavor when you burn it off, because you're really just burning the alcohol.
Right. Well, I guess there's only one way to find out.
Yeah.
Do I need a creme brulee torch for this?
Like a blowtorch kind of little one?
Yeah.
No, I think you can do it with a regular lighter. But I would use for your safety of your hand, I would probably use one of those like barbecue lighters.
I would also use something with butane.
Yeah.
Because regular lighter fluid is not You're not allowed to inhale it or like take it. Whereas butane, it's like, yeah, you can use that to smoke things and light things on fire. Fun fact.
So when I tell the firefighters I burned my house down, I got to explain.
Yes, you do.
Okay.
Okay. And that concludes Big Lou's Big Brews.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Oh, so it's 4 or 5 out of across the board.
Pretty much across the board, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, speaking of alcohol, Isaiah, would you like to give our listeners a quick little ad read?
We'd like to take a moment to thank our sponsor of today's episode, Shaker and Spoon. It's a mother
Shaker and Spoon.
Shaker and Spoon. It's a monthly subscription service that gives you bar quality recipes and ingredients designed by award-winning mixologists. If you'd like to have your own subscription, then head on over to shakerandspoon.com and use promo code SIPS10 to get $10 off your first subscription. Again, that's promo code SIPS10 to get $10 off. And then you can also rate this podcast 10 out of 10. Okay.
Nice. I see what you did there.
Yeah, there you go. Now ask me a question.
Yeah, gentlemen, I have a question for you today. It's more of a quiz, more than a question. It's multiple questions. If you
come on, use your words.
So, we're going to find out what district you actually belong in.
Oh
boy.
Now, we'll start with Lewis.
Okay.
Eldest goes first.
Age before beauty.
Aw, Isaiah, he said you're beautiful. Anyways, all right. Lewis, are you ready? I'm going to ask you a question. There's going to be multiple answers, like more than normal. So pay attention because I'm not. Okay. So
you can't
pick a state you would like to live in.
Colorado.
That is an option. Okay. So I will pick that one.
I'll humor you.
Yeah. Okay. Out of all the objects, what would you grab from the cornucopia? Would it be a dagger, bottle of water, mace, gun, bow and arrow, axe, metal wire, sword, knife, trident, spear, or would you just run away?
Bow and arrow.
Okay. Who would you fear the most in the arena? Now, these are not Hunger Games characters, so just giving you that warning. Iron Man, Daenerys Targaryen from Game of Thrones, Captain America, Olivia Pope, Thor, Lara Croft, Superman, Black Widow, Wolverine, Hermione Granger, Nick Fury, or Queen Ravenna from Game of Thrones.
All right. Fuck. Honestly, Black Widow.
That's who you would fear the most.
Yes.
Over literally any other fucking character.
She's a trained assassin meant to take down all of them. So yes.
Okay. Pick a job. Vet, cruise line captain, Big Lou, farmer, cop, architect, gardener, pilot, hairstylist, geologist, designer, inventor, or a coal miner.
Veterinarian.
Yes.
Yes.
That's your answer? Okay.
Yes.
Nope.
Which of these would you least want to encounter in the arena? Bloodbath in the cornucopia, fireballs, mutant dogs, blood rain, tracker jackers, mistaking berries for nightlock, invisible force field, poisonous fog, tidal wave, mutant monkeys, insect mutts with pinchers, or jabberjays that torture the mind.
And which one I would least like to encounter?
Yeah.
Jabberjays, I guess.
Okay, next question. Pick a gift from a sponsor. Firewood, rope, jacket, night vision goggles, medicine, weapons, sleeping bag, matches, iodine, food, iodine, fuck off, iodine, food, canteen.
Medicine.
Okay. Big Lou wants the big drugs. Which arena scares you the most? A deserted island, scrub terrain, a sandy desert, garbage dump, a seemingly peaceful meadow, a city in ruins, a dense rainforest, a haunted cave, the open ocean, a river valley, a snowy mountain range, or the frozen tundra?
Frozen tundra for sure.
Okay. We only have a few more questions. Which Disney character would you form an alliance with?
What does Disney got to do with this? The hell?
Listen, it's fucking BuzzFeed, okay? What'd you expect?
Great, BuzzFeed.
It was the best one I could find. Which Disney character would you form an alliance with? Kristoff from Frozen, Princess Tiana from Princess and the Frog, John Smith from Pocahontas, Mulan from something,
Mulan from Mulan.
Aladdin from the Genie movie, Rapunzel from Tangled, Prince Eric from The Little Mermaid, Belle from Beauty and the Beast, Li Shang from Mulan, Ariel from The Little Mermaid, Flynn Rider from Tangled, or Pocahontas from Pocahontas.
I would actually pick Mulan.
Mulan. Okay. Which superpower do you wish you had to help you in the arena? Breathe underwater, fly, heal injuries, telekinesis, read minds, control the elements, super strength, talk to animals, invisibility, not visibility, super intelligence, teleportation, or control minds.
Invisibility.
What token would you take with you into the arena? A wooden ball, silver necklace, diamond ring, customized keychain, hairpin, enamel pin, earrings, star charm, a locket, a bangle, an anklet, or a wooden flower.
Wooden flower?
The wooden flower.
Yeah, that sounds dope as fuck.
Yeah.
Now, choose a holiday destination. Peru, Japan, India, San Francisco, Antarctica, the Maldives. I could be butchering that. Maldives, fuck off. Greece, Italy, the Bahamas, Thailand, Bali, or France. Oh, the French.
Greece.
Finally, we have your answer. You belong in District 12.
Sick.
Much like Katniss and Peeta, your greatest strength is your unrelenting determination. Even when things aren't easy, you keep driving until you achieve your goal. Not only will that help you achieve success in life, but it also means you're a natural leader. Now, if you don't know what District 12 is, I believe that is the coal district, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, so you're in the coal district. Congrats, Lewis.
I'll be a coal miner.
All right, Isaiah, your turn. Are you ready?
Yes.
Oh, so I took it and I want to say I was in the grain district, whichever one that is. District 9. I was in District 9, which is the primary industry is grain production. So I'm boring. Okay. Pick a state you'd like to live in.
Damn, they all kind of suck. Don't put that in.
No, I'm putting that in there. Just pick you want me to name some?
Yeah, because I can't remember all 50 at the top of my head.
Oh my God. Okay.
Never mind. Hawaii. Sorry. Hawaii. Duh.
Well, that's not an option. What? Okay. There's North Dakota, Georgia, Colorado, Wyoming, West Virginia, Nebraska, Utah, Nevada. What the?
Nevada.
Nevada, Texas, Washington, Illinois, or Montana.
Washington.
Good choice. That's what I would
Also,
picked.
okay, by the way, I realize that some of the choices are going to probably because the way. So if you go into the lore, the lore of the Hunger Games, the water, it takes place in like, believably, they believe is like 2070, something like that. And all the waters have risen. So a lot of the coastal states don't exist anymore.
Oh, fun fact.
So they assume that the capital.
So Florida's gone.
Yes. And they assume that the capital is somewhere in the Rocky Mountains.
So then why is Washington an option?
I don't know. But also this BuzzFeed. So don't think too much about it.
Fair. Okay. Washington it is. Next question. What would you grab from the cornucopia?
Gun.
That's what I was waiting for. I was surprised that Lewis said bow and arrow versus a gun.
I'm pretty sure I didn't hear the gun, but also I would prefer stealth over,
That's fair. What if the gun had a silencer, though?
Then you have to specify that it has a silencer, and even then, they're not going to be silent.
Right. Isaiah, who would you fear the most in the arena? Do you remember them, or do you want me to list them?
I would go with Black Widow too.
Really?
Yes.
Over fucking Iron Man, Captain America,
Wolverine?
or Wolverine?
Oh, you know what? Never mind. Wolverine.
Okay. Pick a job. Vet, cruise line captain. I don't know why that one makes me laugh. Farmer, cop, architect, gardener, pilot, hairstylist, geologist, designer, inventor, coal miner.
Cop.
Which of these would you least want to encounter in the arena?
Tracker jackers.
Trackers. Okay. Pick a gift from a sponsor. Firewood, rope, jacket, night vision goggles, medicine, weapons, sleeping bag, matches, iodine, food, canteen.
It says weapon, just weapon.
Weapons. Yeah.
I'm gonna go with rope.
Which arena scares you the most?
Open ocean. If I was a cruise liner captain, I might be in the open ocean and be like, that's my jam.
Which Disney character would you form an alliance with?
Mulan.
There. I see. I picked Li Shang.
No. We got to go with the woman power, man.
Woo. Which superpower do you wish you had to help you in the arena?
Teleportation.
What was it?
Teleportation.
Oh, I thought you said multiplication. I was like,
I multiply myself. 24 tributes. Nah, there's 85 now.
What token would you take with you into the arena?
Wooden rose.
A wooden flower? Okay.
Wooden flower.
Now choose a holiday destination. Peru, Japan, India, the Maldives, sorry, Antarctica, San Francisco, Greece, Italy, Bahamas, Thailand, Bali, or France.
Thailand.
Interesting. Good choice. Okay, Isaiah, your answer is District 6. You're pretty easygoing, and you don't let anything get you down. Your life mottos are, it is what it is. Mm-hmm. And just go with the flow. You're an optimist at heart and feel that things are generally have a way of working themselves out. Now, District 6 is transportation.
There's a transportation district?
Apparently.
I'm in charge of the trains. Let's go.
Yeah,
wait,
basically.
I'm in charge of the cruise liners. Let's go.
Yeah, you do transportation. So, congrats.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Anyways, that is that question. I am really excited for not next episode, but the episode after that, because I made my own quiz. Anyways, yeah, that is Beth's question of the day.
Whee!
Lewis, do you mind taking a minute to tell us about our sponsor?
If you enjoy listening to movie-related podcasts like us, then we've got another great show you'll love. The Michael Blake Green Approved Podcast is a brand new show hosted by actor, comedian, and radio personality Michael Blake Green. With a new episode every Tuesday, Michael talks about what it's like to be a working actor, shares hilarious stories, and promotes his upcoming comedy shows. Recently, he released a sci-fi short film titled Anti-Artificial, which is available for streaming on YouTube.com. You can also find the Michael Blake Green Approved Podcast on YouTube or on the TuneIn app. And now, for fun facts with Isaiah.
Hello.
Let's
get into some facts. As with our earlier question, it was funny that they chose which Disney character you would make your thing with, because Disney has actually nothing to do with this franchise, surprisingly.
Yeah, I know.
It's Lionsgate. Lionsgate made these ones.
Roar.
Now, rawr.
Bless.
Now, Lionsgate, they were worried about the success of the movie. They did not have a lot of faith in it. They were like, okay, we're going to give you a small budget of $80 million. Small loan of $1 million.
Small loan of $1 million.
Now, if that sounds like a lot of money, in terms of budgets for movies, especially like a blockbuster movie that they're making like this, 80 million is not that high. A movie nowadays that, like, if they were trying to make it a Hunger Games, would get at least 150 to $200 million. That would be the budget. So $80 million is very shoestring for what they were going for. It really is.
Yeah. And it shows, but we'll talk about it later.
Yeah, we will. Now, for that, Jennifer Lawrence was only given $500,000 for her role. That was
Holy shit, that's it?
That's it.
What the? Okay. Granted, she didn't really make it until that movie, so like I'll give her that, but still.
And what's funny with that is the movie went out. It broke the box office record of beating Twilight for most tickets sold in its opening day on pre-ticket sales.
Mm-hmm.
And then it went on to make $152 million on the opening box office weekend.
Yeah. See, you say that, but I'm comparing it to like the new Avatar, and that's just not a lot of money.
No, $152 million compared to $2 billion.
Over $2 billion now.
Yeah, it's like 2.7, 2.8 now, I think.
Is it really? The last time I checked, it was like 2.2.
Nope.
That's
I think
pretty crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, I think it's back. I think it's,
it's
up there.
What's his name? James Cameron. He's fucking hit the top, like, I think the top 5 grossing movies. I think he's 3 of them.
He has 3 of them. It's Titanic, Avatar, and now Avatar 2.
Yes.
Okay, now, around 30 people auditioned for the role of Katniss.
Holy moly. Okay.
Now, here's some wild ass names that came out of this. Emily Browning.
Who's that? Oh, she's in literally nothing I've ever seen. So never seen her before. But okay.
Yeah, a lot of you will know her from Sucker Punch, where she plays Baby Doll, the main character. Beth, your favorite actress, Brie Larson, also auditioned.
Of course. Of fucking course. Honestly, though, I could see it.
Yes. Shailene Woodley.
Okay, and that's why she's in Divergent. Got it.
Probably. Chloe Grace Moretz.
Nope.
I always say Moretz.
Nope.
Haley Steinfeld.
Nope. I don't like Haley Steinfeld. I know I'm going to get a lot of hate for that, but I do not. She's overrated. But continue.
Emma Roberts.
Oh.
I don't see that one. I don't see
her in an action related film or like something along those lines. She's a talented actress, but I just don't see her in that kind of.
I would see her in that role, but now, not when she was at that age.
Not as Katniss.
Well, yeah,
I could see her in the universe, but just not as Katniss.
No, I could definitely see her as Katniss, but she'd have to be like this age.
Oh, I could see her as Joanna in the second.
Oh, Joanna too, yeah.
100%.
And our last person, Saoirse Ronan.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Cool. I love her. And I 100% could see her.
Well, those are all a few of the people that auditioned. And obviously Jennifer Lawrence auditioned and she got the role because, that's what we saw. Now, Donald Sutherland, he saw that he had accidentally gotten the script. And when he read it, he lobbied for the role as President Snow because the script reminded him of Stanley Kubrick's Paths of Glory. And he succeeded in getting the role after he wrote a letter pleading to Gary Ross, the director, explaining why he should be cast as President Snow.
Oh my God.
Sick.
Just throw out people who almost played Peeta. Peeta.
Sorry, what?
Peeta.
Peeta.
Peeta?
Peeta.
Peeta.
No, Peeta. I'm talking about Peeta.
Peeta.
So people who do it include Hunter Parrish, who, if you don't know him, you probably know him from the TV show Weeds. I've never seen Weeds, but that's apparently what he's most famous for.
I know of it.
The next person would be Lucas Till, which, if you don't know, I think he's the boyfriend in Hannah Montana, the movie or something. Also, that really terrible.
Oh, yeah. That I didn't know that was his name.
Yeah. I mean, also, I'm pretty sure he's an X. Yeah, he's an X-Men's First Class. He's one of the.
Is he really?
Yes, he's one of the mutants. I forgot what power he has. I think it's the one.
Havoc.
I used to have a big crush on him as a little child.
He plays Havoc. Also, Liam Hemsworth was also in the running for Peeta.
Interesting how that played out.
Yes, and then Evan Peters.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. If you don't know, he plays Dahmer in the TV show Dahmer.
He also is in American Horror Story.
Yes, he's also in X-Men Apocalypse.
Yes, he's Quicksilver, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
He was also in the MCU technically. If you watch WandaVision.
Yes.
And then also Alexander Ludwig, who actually ends up playing Kato in this movie.
Okay. See, So okay. Before Hunger Games, do you guys recognize him from anywhere?
Alexander Ludwig?
Yeah.
I have to see a face.
Because I feel like he looked so familiar.
Canadian actor and country musician.
He's the brother in Race to Witch Mountain.
Oh, that's it. What a classic.
Yes.
I knew it. That's exactly him. Okay. But those are all the people who almost played Peeta.
Okay.
Now, during the first Hunger Games film, director Gary Ross kept a swear jar on set. Ross had said on multiple occasions that more than half of the money contributed to the jar was from actress Jennifer Lawrence. Conan O'Brien later on challenged Lawrence to name as many of the swears as she could in 30 seconds, saying that he'll give her $200 per swear to the charity of her choice.
Wow.
She said so money, he eventually stopped counting and just gave her $10,000.
Nice.
Jennifer Lawrence also knows how to shoot a bow and arrow because she had training, and she did get training from like an Olympus bow and arrow archer.
Olympic archery.
Yes.
Bow and arrow.
Bow and arrow. Now, however, and this is going to surprise you, she never actually shoots an arrow during the filming. They're all CGI.
Really?
Every single
Even
arrow.
the ones against her face?
What do you mean? The one against her face?
Like
She
in the
draws
shots
it
where
when-
literally the arrow is like touching her cheek.
If it's not moving, it's probably a real arrow. However, any of them that are shot are CGI.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Okay.
Because there was a safety concern that because shooting arrows is a stunt, they didn't want her to accidentally, like, you know, shoot the cameraman or something. So for safety reasons, they decided that she has to fake shooting the bow and arrow, which they did for every single movie.
Interesting. I did not know that.
For all 4 of the movies, she never shoots an arrow.
Huh.
Yeah, it's all the reason they still wanted her to train as if she's doing it is that they wanted all of her mannerisms to be the correct way of shooting a bow and arrow.
Yeah.
Stanley Tucci, love Stanley Tucci, he's crazy. Had special teeth made for Caesar Flickerman, and to make him look like he had plastic surgery done, like he's an aging star, you know, to have plastic surgery and stuff like that. They used Scotch tape to pull his skin, and then they used the wig to cover up the Scotch tape.
Oh,
Nice.
clever. I love him in that movie. He does such a good job.
He's such a
Him and Woody Harrelson. They do amazing at their roles in the entire franchise, in my opinion.
I mean, I feel like in every role they play, they do pretty damn good.
You're not wrong.
Stanley Tucci especially.
Yeah.
Now, while horsing around on set, Jennifer Lawrence accidentally kicked Josh Hutcherson in the head, knocking him out, resulting in a concussion.
What?
This is
Why did I not know that?
This is one of the many injuries that will happen throughout the franchise. I will probably mention more as we go on.
It is Jennifer Lawrence. She tends to be clumsy.
He's very clumsy, yes.
Yeah.
So for extras in the Capitol, the costume department had to make about 1,800 individual costumes, which were mostly handmade. So a lot of the costumes you see are basically handmade. There's like over 1,800 of them, which is a lot for the costume department.
That is a big number.
Since they're all like crazy, it's kind of wild. On another injury, on the last day of training, Jennifer Lawrence ran full sprint into a wall.
Why?
Because she was trying to run up it because, you know, she has to go over the wall, right? But she lost her footing and instead just ran straight into it.
Yeah.
And so her trainer thought she had burst her spleen and she had to be taken to the hospital.
What the fuck?
Oh my god.
Always fun.
Always fun.
Always fun. Hospital visits are always fun, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Now for our final fact, our final fact. Josh Hutcherson and Jennifer Lawrence had a prank war on set. So, and it continues on to like the next movie, that the prank war. And they got a few of the other actors involved in the future movies. But for this one specifically, what's quoted as the best prank for this movie was Josh Hutcherson had taken a fake dummy that had, like, so you know the lady who dies from the tracker jackers and she's all swollen and stuff like that.
Glimmer, yes.
Yeah. So there's like a plastic dummy of her that is used as a body double. He ended up stealing it from the set and put it in her bathroom.
That is terrifying.
Yeah. So one day, so he said, he's like, I quote, and I swear she peed a little when she found out. Because she was on her way to the bathroom. She opened it up and the body was just on the toilet.
Yeah, I think I would shit my pants.
Nice.
And those are all our facts for today.
Nice. That
Nice.
was actually, I think that's one of the longest lists since,
A long time.
a long time. Yeah. I feel like the last few films have been a little lackluster in the fact department, but you did a good job.
I think the last 4 of Jurassic Park movies have been a little
Lackluster.
a little mid.
Because they don't have anything going for them. Well, thank you, Isaiah. Good job.
Oh my god, dinosaurs.
Now, shall we discuss the actual film itself or just say fuck it?
Now we should probably talk about it. It is, but
We
the podcast
probably
about.
should. Yeah, we probably should. Okay. Who would like to go first then?
I will go first.
Incredible. What did you think?
So,
You know what? I don't actually care. Isaiah. Okay. Lewis, what's on your mind? Talk to us.
I'm gonna say like a 4 out of 5.
Wow. Okay. How come?
Interesting.
So I want to say that as a book to film adaptation,
Mhm.
it was.
You did read the books. Yes.
I read the first one. I didn't read all of
Okay.
them. So that's gonna be a different that's going to be a different take for the rest of the films that we watch.
Gotcha.
But for this one, I think they did a fair job trying to adhere to what the original books, talked about. I also kind of liked, the Jennifer Lawrence's casting as Katniss. It made sense for the character I had in my head.
Mm-hmm.
And overall, I think it was pretty well done. I think actually the what you mentioned earlier about Woody Harrelson's performance, Stanley Tucci's performance, that really stood out for like fleshing out those characters as real life things rather than just what you could imagine in your head from the book.
Oh yeah.
So I definitely think that played a role. My initial opinion, apart from of course the well played action and pacing for the story when they were finally within arena, so to speak. But yeah.
Okay.
That's about all I have to say.
Wow.
That was
a short one.
Sweet.
Yeah, very short.
Yeah.
Isaiah, what about you?
I think it's short and sweet.
Man.
I gave this movie a 3.5 out of 5 because
I was also on the fence. I was going to go with 3.5 or 4, but I chose 4.
He's feeling a little optimistic.
Yeah, I agree with Luke. Like, I've never read the books, but I felt this movie did kind of do good in the area of like an adaptation because I didn't feel like, well, I didn't understand that. I should have read the book. Oh, well, I didn't get that. Should I have read the book? Like, there was no like this on its own was made sense and it had a good story. It was adapted. And then I'm sure that if I had read the books, I would have gotten more out of the film, which I think is a good adaptation. When you fail to do that, I don't think it's a good adaptation because that means I'm not understanding the story you're putting forth to me without having to do all this extra stuff. I think that's good in that part because there was anything I was like, well, what the hell has that got to do with anything? Or what does that mean? So I think it did well in that regard. What it didn't do well, though, actually, no, I'll go with my pros. Let me go with my pros first. Stanley Tucci, great, freaking great. Love his character. He does an amazing job. Woody Harrelson, also great, does an amazing job. I think he's the perfect person to play Haymitch.
Agreed.
He's my favorite character of pretty much the entire movie. That's where my pros stop. Okay, now we're just going to the cons.
That's it.
Jesus
Christ. Oh my God.
That's it. The movie, the first, like, I want to say 25 to 30 minutes of this movie is absolutely nauseating. I was like, I had to pause it a few times because I was like, I just couldn't watch it.
I honestly didn't notice it until you made that comment. And then that's all I could fucking notice.
Exactly. It's, oh my God. So there's a lot of the shots are very close up as if they're using telephoto lenses in spots they're not supposed to be using telephoto lenses in. So like if it's a shot of a person's face, right, or like an over the shoulder shot, sure, you can use a telephoto lens, but there should be like a reason for why you're using a telephoto lens. The problem is there's no reason for them to be using a telephoto lens. And it's just shaky and really close.
Not only that, but yeah, exactly. They just refuse to use warp stabilizer.
Because all the shots in the beginning of this movie are like really, really close, really shaky. And also the editing is so freaking fast. Like, you know how we make fun of the scene from Taken 3 where it cuts like 15 times just for Liam Neeson to jump over a fence?
Yeah.
It was that, but it was just Katniss like aiming at a deer within the first 15 minutes, and it cut about 10 times. And like, bro, she's just pulling the arrow back. Just keep it on one shot. Just calm down. But yeah, and then none of the shots would last for more than a second, and it was so annoying to watch. It was not a good first impression because like that's the first 30 minutes. Now, after the first 30 minutes, there are times where it does slowly get into like, oh, we're doing over the shoulder shot, and the lens actually encompasses the actual person. It's not super close. It makes sense. And then the second I think they're like, okay, finally we're away from the weird shaky cam close-ups. It immediately goes back to a shaky cam close-up. Every time I was like, okay, finally it's over. Nope, back to it. It's just, I don't know. It just goes back to the editing, the camera work. It's just a lot to look at.
Oh yeah.
I feel bad for anyone who had to watch it in theaters because there's no way nobody got motion sickness because it was that bad. So that was my thing. But that is why I gave it a 2.5 out of 5. So Beth, what's your thing?
I rated it a 3.5, and I was rating it that based off of the other films because it's not my favorite, but it is the OG. You know, it's the original. So it started the whole franchise. So you got to give credit where credit's due. However, like Isaiah mentioned, it was lower in budget compared to the others. And that's very obvious. It's very noticeable. You can tell it's definitely like lacking in CGI. Even though it's 2012, I felt like the graphics in the CGI lacked a lot, especially in scenes where, I guess, being introduced as tributes, like the fire scenes, where it looks so green screened. It just looks really, really bad, especially for that time. Because I feel like 2012 wasn't a bad era for CGI. We had decent movies that came out during that time, and I just felt like that. I understand that they had a lower budget, but still, it just looked really bad. Before I go deeper into the film, did you guys notice Jack Quaid?
Yes, I did.
Huey from
the Boys.
The Boys.
I was looking at that, I was like,
in Hunger Games. I saw him. I was like, wait a minute. I didn't know you were in this.
He's supposed to be like a douchebag, like a super muscular person. I was like, I can't take you seriously, bro. You're Huey.
I know. It was so funny. I was not expecting him. I didn't know he was in the film. I mean, like, obviously I've seen the film a few times now, but I didn't know who he was at the time. So seeing it now, I was like, wait a minute. Now, I agree with Isaiah that the shakiness of the camera work, it was very obvious in the beginning of the film, like when they're showing District 12, mainly in the exposition part of the film, Act 1, if you want to be pretentious. I think it was really bad. I think as the films progressed, it started to dial back on that. But this one was very obvious, and it definitely took me out, and I couldn't help but notice it. So that definitely brought it down a bit. Something I do have to give credit to is that it sparked Jennifer Lawrence's, I just butchered her name, Jennifer Lawrence's career. Like, before this, she was in other films, but she wasn't known. She wasn't a known actress by her name, Whereas now, if you say her name, everyone knows who fucking Jennifer Lawrence is. And since that initial movie in 2012, like, her career has just fucking skyrocketed. She was in, what was it, Passengers with Chris Pratt?
Yeah.
And X-Men and like a bunch of other films. And so, like I said, gotta give a little bit of credit there. She did good. I mean, I never read the books ever, which a lot of people are like, oh my God, you got to read the books. I would if I read, but I don't. So I'm basing it on a film perspective. And I think she played a great Katniss. If I read the books, probably would have a different perspective on that, but I didn't. So I don't. Anyways, I digress because I could talk about Jennifer Lawrence forever. The entire concept, obviously, I know it's not original. It's based off a book or a series. I think, though, that it is a very well thought out concept, and I think it's very well executed, be it the movies or the books. I like the idea. I think it's creative and it's new for the time. Obviously, since then, we've had different inspirations taken from that. Yeah. Actually, now that you've mentioned that, I have written down. So obviously the Hunger Games, after it came out, and I will give credit to Jacob. He did kind of bring this to my mind, I guess you could say. Yeah, attention. So obviously after the Hunger Games came out, Minecraft came out with a Hunger Games version, right? And then after that came a lot of Battle Royale type games. So in summary, you could thank Suzanne Collins for Fortnite.
Why would you say that?
I mean, I'm not wrong, though. She kind of
I know you're not wrong, but I fucking despise Fortnite. So why would you say that?
To simply make you mad. Now,
damn it.
Lastly, I think that I know when we talked about Harry Potter, Isaiah mentioned that it felt like one of those adaptations where you kind of needed to read the books to really fully grasp the entire story. Like, yeah, you could get the base of it, but there were certain scenes where you're like, I don't understand what the significance of that was. And I felt that this film was one of those kind of movies where there were certain points of the story that I think would hit so much stronger if I had read the books. Now, of course, they did reach me in some sort of way, but I think they would have been stronger if I already knew the characters, or I already knew the story, or I already knew the arc of each character or whatever. Pina. So I think it's definitely one of those movies where you'd appreciate it more if you read the books beforehand, but I'm not one of those people that read the books, so I can't really affirm that. Yeah, confirm that. So I rated it 3.5 out of 5.
Nice. I think that gives it 3.75.
3.75. Oh, just to piss off Isaiah.
Yes, and I think that's what it gives us across the board. Two both did 3.5. I did a 4.
Now for the news that everyone's been so patiently waiting for.
Yes, I don't know what this news is.
Okay, well, I want to say first off, welcome to season 8, everyone. We have a lot of exciting stuff coming up, obviously, so make sure you stay tuned on our social media. We post quite frequently on our Instagram. You can find us at Silver Screen Sips on pretty much any platform. So next week, we will be having famous YouTuber Patrick Tommaso on our show. He's an amazing photographer and cinematographer, and you can find his stuff on YouTube. So definitely check it out. I've been subscribed to him for, I can't even remember how long. I'm a huge fan of him, so I'm super excited to have him on the show. Next week is also our 1-year anniversary as a podcast.
Thick.
Yeah, it's been a while, guys. And I'm not sick of you guys yet, so that's a big plus. But yeah, we have a lot of guests coming up on the show that we're really excited for. So stay tuned for those dates and also who will be our guests. Yeah, our next episode is going to be a special episode, obviously, because it is our 1-year anniversary, and we will be having Patrick Tommaso on the show. So definitely stay tuned for that. But yeah, thank you for listening to today's episode. And we will catch you guys in the next episode, which we will be talking about Hunger Games Catching Fire with Patty Boy. I'm going to call him Patty.
Don't do that.
No, I won't.
Embarrassing.
Don't worry. Oh, that's my job. Anyways, see you guys.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye.